is to learn how to navigate the Quest experience. This Quest is for anybody who wants to increase your opportunities, whether that's for career, for revenue growth, improvement of your social life, and so many other things that you might have as goals. It's for anyone who has a dream, any dream at all, right? This Quest is going to be a booster shot to your goals and aspirations. This Quest will get you closer to your dreams. And yes, even those who feel that they can't succeed because they're an introvert or any of the other excuses, this Quest is for you. Hey, I want to be really upfront about my style. As you've probably already told, I am passionate. I am also very assertive, and I don't believe in excuses, not for myself or for anybody else. I believe that excuses are the mind's trick to keep us small. I care very deeply about this, so please forgive me in advance because I care so deeply, I will be butt kicking. I won't let us off the hook. I want to shake us up and make sure that we defeat our old mindsets. So in advance, again, I apologize if my style is not your style, but in the same regard, please, 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 don't let my style get in your way. You've got to adopt these new, incredibly valuable practices. I've also read critiques of myself for using too many of my own examples, and unfortunately, some call it bragging. Now, by the way, that hurts me because when I was a kid, when I was insecure, that's exactly what I did. So maybe some of that is true, but look, this is what I know. I know my own examples. And I want to make the point as strong as that I can that anybody can do it. Listen, remember, I'm that poor kid, that introvert. Look where I've gotten in my life, and I want this for you. I want this level of success for you. Your success in this Quest is connected, of course, to your actions. It's really on you. Within 21 days, you'll awaken to some new realities. I guarantee you, you're gonna gain new skills. You're gonna start putting new behaviors into action as we walk through. I've designed this thing so that you can actually start to put into action against your actual goals. You're gonna be on your way to achieving your dreams during this 3-week period. It's the beginning of a lifetime of learning and a whole new habit building, but you've gotta start now while we're working together to do the practices. Please, trust me in this process. Just do it. You're in great hands. We're gonna go on this journey together. Okay, so let's do a little structure now. There are gonna be daily lessons, right? The Quest involves micro-learning. That means daily 20-minute or less video lessons. We're gonna have daily missions, which means you having very specific actions and steps to take. And we're gonna have lots of tips, I hope. Please, 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 dedicate time to study this every day. Put it on your calendar. There are also gonna be integration days. In 21 days, you're gonna have 2 integration days where you can actually step back, review what you've learned the week before, maybe catch up, etc., acknowledge your progress, celebrate with your tribe, and integrate the many things that you've learned. It's also gonna give you a chance to catch up if you happen to miss one day or other. But I really suggest you don't miss because it can be difficult for you to catch up. For those who want to learn more, and I hope you do, there's gonna be bonus content, all right? So look, I mentioned the tribe. Please join your Quest tribe. It's so important. It's particularly important because in this work of building relationships, you're going to be able to leverage your tribe to practice building relationships. It's an integral part of the Quest. And you're going to interact with these people who are very like-minded and they're all going through the same thing that you're going. It's your safe learning platform. You're going to share your growth with them, learn together, and you're going to practice networking. So let's talk about the actual 21 days, 3 weeks. During week 1, you're gonna learn mindsets. Mindsets for success-driven relationships. We're gonna awaken to this power of who that I keep hammering on and talking so much about. We're gonna be talking about other likely big shifts and aha awakenings. We're gonna talk about the genius of audacity and being daring. We're gonna talk about 5 packets of generosity and go much deeper on the generosity thing that we've been talking about. And we're gonna talk about what networking is not as well. We're gonna also have some communication skills training, which I think will be really good for you. And we're gonna have a bonus of reviewing and integrating how to network digitally. And I think it'll be a lot of fun in this very digital age. Also, we're gonna get you ready for the second week. Now, in the second week, you're gonna learn about actually going deep on what we call the Relationship Action Plan, the RAP, I'll often call it. Where to focus, who and how to target, how to outreach. You're gonna learn about creating that instant intimacy when you connect with people. We're gonna get really, really deep on candor and accountability with your peers and start to open up a little bit of a sliver into something that is so important for all of us, which is feedback. How do we give, receive, particularly how do we receive feedback and wrestle with individuals to really go higher together. Then in week 3, we're gonna put the cherry on top, as I had mentioned before. We're gonna do advanced relationship building. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Things like building your personal brand, creating your learning network. We're gonna talk about dinner parties and events and making sure that you will never eat alone, excuse the pun, but the idea is how do you show up and be a great host in the various ways in which you can be a host in the various forms. And also, how do you attend conferences and how do you attend events and get the most out of those? And we're gonna be talking about something I've learned over the last 15 years. How do you graduate from just networking to hosting communities and community building? This is a very, very big idea. And then we're gonna deal with lifeline relationships, which was the content of my second book, Who's Got Your Back? We're gonna try to summarize that hard there. And then finally, we're gonna talk about something that I'm so excited about. Yes, the passion, you got it again, I said I would have. Joining a movement, a real movement of co-elevation. So let's talk briefly about the top 3 hurdles that I often hear that I think will hold people back, that I believe are excuses that we need to make sure they don't stand in your way. The first is that you don't have enough time. Please set aside enough time each day for this. It's so important though that you have a real focused mission so that you keep the momentum because you actually see that this course isn't just a course, this course is helping you fulfill that mission. So this is designed to complement what you're already doing, remember? Not just create new work. The resistance that I often see is also to some of the practices. You know, I can't do that, this doesn't feel comfortable, etc. That's normal, but to overcome it, just start small. You don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to do it all. Just small bite-sized pieces of this will actually get you in the right direction. Build your habits slowly. And then of course, look, trust me, you've spent your money, you're spending your time. Resistance and disbelief, that's actually a trick that your mind's gonna play. It's a trick that feeds into fear and insecurity. You know, you cannot stay small. Please make sure that you taste and try these things, because if you don't, you're gonna stay stuck in your old mindsets. And then of course, there's fluctuating motivation that you may have on any given day. That's often a challenge that we see. You'll be motivated at the start, I guarantee, as you face these challenges, but then perhaps less motivated over time. Remember why you're here. You've got a North Star, you've got a vision. You decided to do this for a reason, you have a passion. Please, 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 I wanna make sure that you keep that North Star in mind. What happens if you miss a day? If you miss a day, it's okay. Go back, do that day, and keep going. Please though, try not to miss a day, and please try to catch up as fast as possible. I said this earlier, but I want to reinforce it. It's so important, and I recommend it strongly, that you do everything together with your tribe. Stay in touch, stay in lockstep with your tribe. That's going to be your lifeline group. Remember, my focus of lifelines and building strong relationships that won't let you fail, that was the whole focus of my second book, Who's Got Your Back? And I want to make sure you have your tribe. I'm so excited that Mindvalley provided you with a tribe. They're your support, they're your learning together, they're your